Creating a table. To create a new database, on the menu bar click File, and on the File menu click New. The New File task pane appears on the right side of the window, which provides you with options for opening new and existing files, as well as for creating a new file from a template. We want to create a new file, so under the New File section, click Blank Database. The File New Database dialog box appears, prompting you to save the database. When creating a new database, you must first name it and then save it on your computer. Saving your database ensures that any changes you make to it are permanently recorded. Local Disk C is currently selected in the Save In box, and all folders currently stored on the local disk are displayed in the folder list. To change the location where this database is saved, in the folder list, double-click the Human Resources folder. As this database will contain employee records, let's save the database in the Employee Details folder. Double-click the Employee Details folder. It is good practice to assign descriptive and appropriate names to new databases, as this will make it easier to remember and then locate a database the next time you need it. To name this database, double-click the File Name text box and type Employees. Now, click Create. Click the Maximize button on the title bar of the Employees Database window to expand it. The Tables button is automatically activated, and different ways to create a new database table are displayed in the right pane of the window. Create Table in Design View enables you to manually enter the name and attributes of each field in the database table. Create Table by using Wizard uses one of the predefined application wizards, which automatically assign field names and attributes to a database table. Create Table by entering data provides a simple table similar to a spreadsheet that contains no field names or attributes. Let's create the Employee Details table using the first option. Double-click Create Table in Design View. The table window is split into two sections. In the top section, you define each field's name, format, and description. Field names are entered in the Field Name column. The Data Type column provides a drop-down list of all the available data formats. The Description column provides a text box into which you can enter a brief description of the field. The Field Name and Data Type columns must be filled. However, it is optional whether or not to provide a description. In the Field Properties section of the window, you define the various properties of each field. The General tab allows you to change the appearance and properties of the data fields. Let's jump right in and start creating some employee record fields. As each employee is assigned a unique employee ID number, let's make the first field the Employee ID field. We will later make this field our primary key field. A primary key field will not allow a duplicate or null value to be entered into it. Therefore, each record in the table can be uniquely identified by its primary key field value. In the first field in the Field Name column, type Employee ID. Press the Tab key to move to the Data Type column. Notice that the data type format defaults to text. There's an arrow in each data type cell that enables you to select a different data type from a list. Click the Data Type arrow to view the various data types available. Let's take a brief look at each of these formats. The text format accepts text or combinations of text and numbers, such as addresses, up to 255 characters. The memo format also accepts text or combinations of text and numbers, but it accepts up to 64,000 characters. The number format accepts numeric data that will be used for mathematical calculations. The date-time format accepts date and time data, and the currency format accepts monetary units. The auto-number format automatically inserts a unique number, which is usually a sequential number, when a record is added. This format is most commonly used as the primary key field, as it ensures that no duplicate values are entered in this field. The yes-no format is used for fields that will contain only one of two values, such as yes or no, or true or false. The OLE object format accepts objects created in other applications using the OLE protocol, such as Word documents or Excel spreadsheets. The hyperlink format is used for fields that will store hyperlinks, such as a URL. The lookup wizard format creates a field that allows you to choose a value from another table or from a list of values using a combo box. Since we have decided to make the employee ID field our primary key field, select Auto Number from the list and then press Tab. To describe this field, type Unique ID that identifies each employee in the description box and then press Tab to move to the next row. The second field in the Employee Details table will contain the employee's first name, so type first name in this field and press Tab. Text is automatically selected as the format for this field, which is the correct format to use, so press Tab. Type employee's first name in the description box and then press Tab to move to the next row. The next field in the Employee Details table will contain the employee's last name, so create this field using last name as the field name, text as the data type, and employee's last name as the description. Press Tab to move to the next row. Let's make gender the fourth field in the Employee Details table. In the Field Name column, type gender and press Tab. The gender field will require a drop-down list, from which you can select either male or female. Click the Data Type arrow and then click Lookup Wizard. In the Lookup Wizard dialog box, click the I will type in the values that I want option and then click Next. Click the Col1 text box, type female, and click in the text box under female. Type male and then click Next. The label gender is selected by default as the lookup column label. This is fine, so click Finish. Press Tab. In the description box, type employee's gender and then press Tab. The next field in the Employee Details table will contain the employee's date of birth, so create this field using date of birth as the field name, date-time as the data type, and employee's date of birth as the description. To keep note of how long each employee has worked for the company, another field, called the Start Date field, which also uses the date-time format, has been created for you. The last field in the Employee Details table will indicate which department the employee works in. The company has 6 departments, so the Department field will require a drop-down list, from which you can select one of the 6 departments. Therefore, you'll need to select the Lookup Wizard in the Data Type column. We will now create a field for you that will indicate which department each employee works in. The departments are Finance, IT, Marketing, Other, Production Line, and Purchasing. You have now created the Employee Details table, which contains 7 fields.